If you thought Riverdale couldn't out Riverdale itself, boy, you're mistaken. Trust us when we say the recent episode has really caused an uproar, and with good reason. Unsuspecting fans tuned in on the episode only to be met with a shocking, and we mean truly shocking, death of a major character. In today's spoiler-filled video, we're going to be looking at the events that transpire before and after the death of the said character, what it means for the show going forward. Warning, major spoilers after this point. Which character bit the big one? The main gang of the show seems to be getting smaller as its regular redhead, Archie Andrews, met his maker at the start of CW's crossover event, Rivervale. Rest in peace, Archiekins. The death of a series' main character is a pretty big plot twist. However, no one's sure just how long KJ Appa's character will remain dead. Many fans seem to think that the final scene showing Archie's end wasn't quite what it seemed. They look forward to seeing a revived, much alive Andrews in the episodes to come. And who knows? In a world where multiple realities can exist, we just might find his way back to the land of living. We'll have to wait and find out for sure though. How did Archie die? We wouldn't blame you for being in a fix over how exactly the story found its way to this fateful moment. And if you don't feel like watching the entire thing playing catch up, we got you covered. The show's season 6 premiere took a sharp turn in the horror genre. The episode Chapter 96, Welcome to Rivervale, introduced us to a sparkly new day in the town of Rivervale, a place where it's always bright and sunny, unlike the mood set in the town of Riverdale. In this new reality, things have really turned around for our characters. Jughead and his girlfriend Tabitha have moved in together, while Veronica and Reggie have become the most remarkable couple in the town. Speaking of couples, Archie and Betty seem to be basking in the glory of their relationship, which is entering a new, more serious stage as the couple awaits the arrival of their baby. Apart from the main four, the new town sees a happy Cheryl busy throwing a maple harvest festival, where we'd like to mention Archie won a bunch of competitions and ended up being crowned king of the day. The redhead Blossom seemed all too happy about it, of course. You'd think she still has some unresolved feelings for him. Hold on to that thought for a moment. However, not too long in the episode, we realize that this shiny new town isn't exactly perfect. In fact, it's weirder than usual, which, considering Riverdale, is saying a lot. The new apartment that Jughead and Tabitha moved into turned out to be infested with bugs and haunted. Next, we get to see Cheryl and her minions not enjoying the harvest festival as we'd hoped, but sticking needles in a bunch of creepy dolls to scare off the rest of the town from putting their foot in the maple syrup business. As for Archie, well, you know his sad fate. The night of the festival, he's summoned to Thorn Hill, where Cheryl, of all the people, puts him on a sacrificial altar. She has the townsfolk convinced that offering Archie's heart, quite literally, up for sacrifice was the only way to keep the land and women fertile. Then, in a very Midsummer-esque turn of events, a tied-up Archie is stabbed to death, after which Cheryl rips out his heart and puts it on display for the bystanders. Archie's sacrifice is supposed to provide sustenance for at least 25 long years, after which his baby will share the same ghastly fate. We'll give you a few seconds to pull yourselves together because, that was some truly dark stuff. We have more about the future of the show would look like without Archie, so don't go anywhere. A Riverdale without Archie Andrews, what does it look like? While Archie's loss might sound like a big deal for Riverdale, it surprisingly isn't. In fact, it's actually proven to be quite the blessing for the show, as the episodes following his death have been said to be the most exciting in the entire show. Without Archie taking most of the spotlight, the focus is shifted to the many other compelling characters of the show, like the relatively new character of Tabitha Tate, who apparently will play a crucial role in the ultimate battle between good and evil. No offense to Archie, but many Riverdale fans feel that his death really isn't that noticeable. And it's not just because of the other characters seem to be getting by just fine without him, mostly because Archie's involvement in the series has been time and time again unimportant and insignificant. Many believe that his character previously was being shoehorned into scenes where he was genuinely not needed. What did Archie bring to the show? free from Archie's troubles, Riverdale has gained some freedom. Even though the show claimed Archie to be the heart of the town, his character hardly did anything of significance to back up that heavy claim. Some even feel that the main redhead of the show is the least involved in the well-being of the town amongst the core four, even lesser than Veronica. But despite being an outsider, even Veronica Lodge managed to give back to the town in her own way with her unique business ventures, like the time she took up temporary ownership of Pop's chocolate shop, or when she ran the underground speakeasy La Bonne Nuit. On the other hand, Betty and Jughead have worked to track down and stop serial killers from wiping out the town's population. It's not like we have some sort of vendetta against Archie, it's just that he has not been a well-written character for much of the show. He's been caught up in his own world of rage and violence, from his 3-season-long fight with Hiram Lodge to the underground fight club that landed him in jail to his short-lived bat-swinging vigilante days. Very little has been gripping about the Archie Andrews. It really wouldn't be too far-fetched to say that his character has been brought down by an overdose of toxic masculinity. Other than that, if you think about it, Archie has somewhat been distant from all the mysteries unraveling on the show, and considering they were the focal point of the show till the flash forward, his disinvolvement doesn't make him feel like the main character sometimes, which is pretty sad because Riverdale, after all, has been pulled out from Archie's world. Is Archie dead for real? So we know that Rivervale is a dark alternate universe. Does that mean Archie's death doesn't apply to the world of Riverdale? Will we ever see Archie Andrews in the seasons after this crossover event? It's been established that some events happening in Rivervale will have consequences in the main series. According to the showrunner, Roberto Aguirre Sacasa, Archie's very much dead, at least for this 5-episode event. This is all happening, and we will play as though this is all happening even beyond the first 5 episodes. Safe to say, this isn't a one-off event. But at the same time, we know for a fact that only some events will echo back to the original show. It's hard to believe that Archie will remain dead. Viewers know that the status quo has to be restored at some point in the show, and that's just not possible without Archie. Unless, of course, the writers were to fully embrace the darkness laid out in the Rivervale event. Furthermore, Cole Sprouse revealed that after this parallel universe event, the show would take off from where they left off after season 5. There are theories that suggest the parallel universe is all inside Archie's head following the bomb blast that supposedly put him in a coma. However, Aguirre Sacasa clarified Archie's not in a coma because of the bomb. Interesting choices, because he didn't counter the theory of Archie being in a coma. You'll just have to wait and see if for yourself after this event is over. The Rivervale event has been pretty successful amongst the audience, mostly because the writers broke free from their traditional storytelling methods and utilized that break to breathe a new creative life in the series. Maybe they'll have to keep some of the darkness of the parallel universe when they finally go back to Riverdale. But one thing's for sure, the writers really have some serious work to do on our boy Archie, if they are thinking of ultimately reviving him, because fans of the show now know how little he brings to the table and how other characters lend a much more interesting storyline to the series. That's a wrap for today, folks. Have you found the time to binge watch the Rivervale event yet? And most importantly, did you miss watching Archie on the screen? Let us know in the comments section down below. We'll be back with more updates from the town of Riverdale. Until then, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.